Hi, this is your first checkpoint review, which is basically a review test. I'm going to go over this test with you step by step so you make sure you do your best work. The first thing you're going to do is put your name on the top. First, my first is Mrs. and last. It's important on all of your tests that you put your last name on it. Okay? The second, it doesn't say it here, but I also want you to put your hour. So if you're in the first hour, put first, second, third, fourth. Okay? Then the first part of this test, it says fill in the blank with either less than, greater than, or equal. Do you guys remember what we call that? We call that inequalities. Okay? I'll write that down. Inequality. Less than, greater than, or equal. Okay? So for this part, I want you to put right on your paper, and you're also going to put in your computer, which is greater, 91 and 1/100ths or 91 and 10/100ths. Okay? Stop here, put the answer down. Then also put the answer in the Edpuzzle. This will make it easier for you to get your grade right away. For letter B, it's 123 thousandths, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, or 123 10,000ths. Remember the trick I taught you about adding zeros so you have the same amount of digits to the right of the decimal point? This would be a great place to use that trick. For letter C, it's 89 and 34/100ths and 89 and 34 10,000ths. Okay? Once again, this would be a really great place to do that trick I taught you guys. For number 2, you're going to round each number to the given place. For letter A, it's rounding it to the nearest hundredths. Put your answer down. Remember how I taught you to underline the hundredths, look to the right, and the rule was 5 or more, make it soar, 4 or less, let it rest. Letter B, 55 and 55/100ths, you're doing it to the ones, or sometimes we call it the units. Okay, once again, underline what you're rounding to. Look to the right, 5 or more, make it soar, 4 or less, give it a rest. For letter C, it's 2,840 and 12/100ths, and you're rounding to the nearest tenths. Now for number 3, it's this gigantic number, and I don't want you to freak out about it. Okay? So which number is in the tens? You see, this is not tenths, it's tens place. Okay, here's our decimal point. So I call these the spitting side. Remember when I called those the spitting side? Because there's the and this is the whole number side over here. Which is in the tens place? Which number? For number 2, which digit is in the 10,000ths place? And last, which digit is in the 100,000ths place? Okay, there's no THS here. Will you please double check and make sure your name's on the paper? And you are done with your first quiz.